Hello, my name is Catherine Butler. A little bit about what I do. I graduated from university 2 years ago now, I suppose I could say, 2016. And since then I had one internship and then decided I wanted to go freelance. So since then I've got involved as a producer, but also as a theatre maker. I'm really interested in the body and contemporary circus. And so at the moment I'm trying to find ways of doing those things, balancing being a theatre producer but also a theatre maker and mover, I'd say. I think what inspired me textually in terms of the body is kind of, I think I started as a traditional actor, so lots of acting and things like that, and then I read something that said we place a lot of premise on the brain and in acting and kind of thought and in terms of our daily life, and not about the body as a secondary thought, when actually the two are connected. And it was like, that makes a lot of sense. And it's the more you think about how much the brain controls everything, you realise actually no, it's the body and it's the hormones that we forget about as well, and kind of those primal modes of communication which people kind of forget about. I find that very interesting, and then started sort of like going from there and looking at different like sort of dance and circus, and just watching just how you can get lost in someone's movement when they're performing on stage. It's kind of it's almost trance-like if it's done really well, and contemporary circus when they do amazing feats, and it's just your audience. I think it takes the audience into a different space and makes that event, the live event, really something which everyone shares, because you get lost in that in the body and movement and the moment, which is really cool. It makes you more understanding of people and situations, kind of if someone's reacting in a certain way, or just even if someone's reacting a certain way, or is kind of like they've got the weight of the world on them, just a simple sort of like stretching exercise completely releases the blood and the energy and back into the body, and you're just completely, your attitude changes. And it's just, I'm just always reminded of that stopgap of everyone thinks it's all about the head, but actually you release this bit and you insert that movement, and you suddenly got a whole range of coping, of capabilities, and actually understanding as well. I think it's very important. And when people say about understanding yourself, and everyone thinks it's got to be up here, actually it's all of this, that understanding your body, and when that's how far I can go with that, or just certain movements which can help, nature. I would prefer, whenever I go on a long journey, I will always look for a conker, or if it's a beach, I will automatically look for a shell, because they're amazing. They're just so cool when you look at it, just the sort of the colours, the textures, and I used to do this a lot whenever I went home, because I'm from the sea. I talk about the sea a lot. I always bring it back to people who are not from the sea, and I give it to them. And so, I used to have these big burly guys, into sports and drinking and all the rest of it, and I would always bring them back shells. So they had these little pile in their rooms, these collection of shells. But whenever I see them now, they've kept the shells. And there's something really, I think, that everyone, it's free, and it's kind of, it's there for you, and you can take so much stock from it. If you need to get away from anything, you just go into the wilderness for a bit and just come out sort of, because nature is an endless resource that's always there, that you can always tap into, and it deserves your respect. That's what I think about a lot.